I didn't expect to get fired up this weekend over the NBA, but hey, here we are. Bleacher Report came out with their list of the most overrated players in the NBA. It was a top 5. Number 5, DeMar DeRozan.
Wow, don't agree with that.
Number 4, we'll get used to that.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard. Look, if it's all you injury,
yeah,
that's it. Because if it's anything else, he ain't overrated.
Right.
Number 3, Jonas Valanciunas. I actually like that.
Is he rated that high?
Right? I don't. Okay. Number 2, Dylan Brooks. Now, here's where I think Dylan Brooks is a weenus, but I think if anything, he's underrated because of his personality is so grating and no one likes him. And by the way, his shooting sucks.
Yeah.
But it's almost here's why I say I think he's underrated. These are not blanket statements. I'm saying I think he's more underrated than overrated only because I think people based on who he is combined with some of those offensive struggles are like, dude, this guy's a G League trash player.
Yeah.
He's still an elite defender.
Yeah, it's funny. I was like, when he was rumored or mentioned, Kings fans like, would you want Dylan Brooks? I'm like, oh no, I don't. I was personally not a fan of him. But then when I saw the other, when it went the other way on him, when he got the 4-year, $80 million with the Rocks, you're like, oh, what a gross overpay. I'm like, you know what? I don't think it is. Like 20 per, it's a lot. But I mean, Jaylen Brown just got 60. I mean, it's a third of what he's getting. And if he starts for the Houston Rockets, a starting small forward at $20 million,
pretty good.
It's not the worst contract in the league.
Would you rather have Dylan Brooks or Harrison Barnes?
I would rather have Harrison Barnes.
Is it the intangibles that put that over the top for you?
Yeah. I don't think Dylan Brooks is as I don't think he's as good as some people think he is. Personally.
I mean, what if Harrison Barnes was just like had a normal, like nondescript attitude? Not like, because we all know Harrison Barnes is like the leader, he's just rad.
Yeah.
What if he was like John Salmons? I don't know, just like like nothing bad.
Right.
Just and then Dylan Brooks had Harrison Barnes' personality. But their games were the exact same.
Yeah. I think Dylan Brooks gets the attention because of his personality, for good or for bad.
Yeah.
And everybody needs a guy like this. I'm like, yeah, do they? Do they need that? I mean, again, you go Harrison Barnes still did average 15 points a game. I mean, people want more, but whatever. It's been a nice pro.
The number 1 most overrated player in the entire National Basketball Association, according to Bleacher Report, is Domantas Sabonis. Now, I know Grant Hughes is the guy that wrote this, who we should get him on. And I know that we just talked about this last week. You got to have clicks, man.
Yeah.
You got to have clicks. And not only is this getting clicks, but we're talking about it. This is just about the most asinine basketball take I've seen in so long. Like, it's real.
The most overrated.
How is it
what was the reasoning?
How is it possible, they say, for a 3-time All-Star center who just finished a season with averages of 19 points, a league-leading 12.3 rebounds, and 7.3 assists to be overrated? By the way, all NBA and top 5 in MVP voting. They left that out. But how you did that and you're overrated? Well, start with the fact that he was essentially outplayed by Kevon Looney in the Kings' first-round loss to the Warriors. And then they go on to talk about how he was, outplayed. And then they say he's an immensely gifted offensive player, but he's also limited. If he can't shore up his specific and obviously exploitable weaknesses, he will struggle to be a factor in the postseason games. They don't say what his weaknesses are. They did call him an effective regular season weapon, and then they go back to him getting paid, and that's max level cash for a player's postseason minutes against Golden State coincided with a minus 9.5 net rating. Let's go through that net rating for a lot of the Kings, by the way. You're talking about the Golden State Warriors, who have 2 of the best defensive players in the league in Kevon Looney and Draymond Green. Their entire defensive game plan was to neutralize Domantas Sabonis, who, by the way, didn't have a great series. Didn't have a bad series. 16.5 points, 11 boards, 5 assists, 49.5% from his field goal percentage, 49.5%. Like, that's not a great Domantas Sabonis series. There's no doubt about it. But they took the Warriors to 7 games, and their entire thing was let's stop Domantas Sabonis, who played the whole season with a broken hand. He broke his hand, where the rest of the NBA is load managing because, I don't know.
Just because.
Domantas Sabonis, in the year before a contract year, said, nah, I'm here to change the culture.
Right.
I'm going to play. Like, in what kind of weed are you injecting into your eyeballs to say Domantas Sabonis is overrated? And by the way, he was overrated. I don't know. It's stupid, but we can still argue about it. The most overrated player in the NBA. Just stupid.
Yeah. I mean, again, you read kind of the little breadcrumbs in there of how he got there. You go, all right, saw the big contract extension, saw the first round series.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff he has in there is factually true. But I think it's just like, why did they pay this guy? But now if we just got done doing the list of the top point guards according to Hoops Hype. If they do top centers, I mean, it's going to be Jokic. It's going to be Embiid. Mm-hmm. Usually it's Sabonis, but let's say it's Bam.
Yeah.
How much farther are we getting when it's Sabonis? Fourth?
You're
fifth,
talking about at
third?
worst, a top 4 center, probably top 3 center. Yeah. I think most would take Sabonis over Bam just because of the overall game.
But maybe if they flip that, you go 4. Okay.
Fine.
Even if he drops one more to 5.
Most overrated.
Right.
By the way, he passed up on money. There's some confusion out there. It's not like there was another team offering more money. But by signing this summer, he passed up more money that he could have gotten next year with his max deal.
Yeah.
Because he wanted the Kings to have a little bit of freedom.
Yeah, and I thought it was a little, light in the, sure, it's proven to be a good regular. Well, again, they got to remember this team had a 17-year drought of, futility. They've had other centers that were considered that highly too. DeMarcus is a great center. But wasn't able to make the team a winner. Domantas, along with everything else, helped make this team win and should win again.
Well, and you said it along with everybody else. And it was truly a team effort. But you're talking about a team that was historically failing when it came to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, not just they had a streak. Like, they had the streak. Every season Domantas Sabonis has played a full season year, they've been no lower than the 3 seed. I would argue Fox is the most important player on the team and the best player on the team, followed by Sabonis and then whoever.
Do you think Fox is more important than Sabonis?
Is it possible? Okay, let me ask you this.
Because it might flip there.
Is it possible that De'Aaron Fox is the best player on the team, but Domantas Sabonis is the most important?
Yeah. Could this be similar to Draymond and Steph? Like when they were winning championships, it's like, look, Steph's the best player. We're not debating that, but they need Draymond. You need Draymond to make all of that happen.
Well, they brought in Murray, they brought in Monk, they brought in Herter. Yeah. This is a different team, but Fox sure seems a lot. Look at Fox with Halliburton, who's ranked a step ahead of Fox, and then look at Fox with Sabonis.
Different.
It's completely different. Yeah. And that's Sabonis. And on top of that, team bonding. And on top of that, being vocal on offense and defense and all the things that Sabonis does, it's just, look, it sucks because it sucks because this is what they're trying to get us to do. And
sure.
I know I'm falling for it, hook, line, and sinker. But it's just asinine.
Yeah.
I want to bring this guy in to tell him that it's asinine too. But then again, that's also what he wants. We'll take a break. When we come back, I want to finish your question, though, about Sabonis and Fox.
Yeah, okay.
And then let's get to the Giants and the deadline tomorrow. We'll do that. Sactown Sports.com.